Woke up with a fire in my chest today. The world spins fast, but I'm here to stay. Feet hit the ground like a marching parade. This is a year we've been waiting to make. Building higher, breaking chains. Feel the rhythm in my veins. Fixing the cracks where the light can't breathe. Every heart beats a drum in a symphony, lifting the world like it's meant to be free. Rising higher, lighting flames. Feel the power, know my name. Oh, this year is ours, we're running the show.
I glowed up from the streets to the sweet hills. My credit score is nice, I can have whatever I like. I got businesses, got stocks, my bank account unlocked, I got it all. We all can ball, that's what I like. And all I see is you and me, creating beautiful experiences. You know that I got it all.
Had to do it, had to move different, everything brand new and better. This ain't last season, knew that I'd come up, had to trust in myself, and now I'm here. Know the cost to be the boss, so I pay my dues. Put my life on the line, had to make it through. All the nights I prayed and cried and I dreamed it true. Now my dreams come true.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. How is everybody doing today? Put one word in the chat and tell me how you feeling today. Hey, Felicia. How are you, beautiful? What's going on, Vicky? Hey, Dion. Johnny, how is everybody? How are you? Denise, what's going on? Dawn, Rachel, how is everybody feeling? If you can turn your cameras on, please do. Don't have me up here just talking to myself. Come on, y'all. If you can turn your cameras on, please do. I need everybody to get their cameras on. I want to see y'all. I want to see y'all. Keisha, Zelda, there y'all go. What's going on? How is everybody doing? I told y'all to put one word in the chat to tell me how you are feeling today, but I want to say this real quick. Put thankful in the chat. I want you to put thankful in the chat because I'm calling this right now a Thankful Thursday. It's a Thankful Thursday. Absolutely. And I need you to do this. Put it in all caps because there's nothing small about gratitude. I want you to put it in all caps. So this is a day where we don't just say we're grateful, but it's about becoming that level of gratitude. Okay? I want you to become the level of gratitude. Because let's be honest, if you don't appreciate the life that you have at this very moment, at this very second, if you don't appreciate the lessons, the challenges, the wins that nobody really know about, the uncomfortable growth, because we all know that growth is uncomfortable, is it not? What makes you really think that you are ready for more? Who am I talking to this morning? Who am I talking to this morning? Because we always say that we want a certain life. We want to do certain things. We want to go to the next level. There's so many things that we want. But are we really showing the level of gratitude that we need to be showing right now for the life that we have right now, for the things that we have right now, even for the things that we don't have? I know I'm talking to somebody this beautiful, thankful Thursday, right? Gratitude is not something that you wait to feel when everything is going right, right? Gratitude is something that you choose even when life is not going your way. Even in the moments that, like, things was just like, yeah, I thought we was going right, but it made a quick left on you. Even in the seasons that completely stretched you, even in the situations that attempted to break you. I know some of y'all right now have had some seasons and some situations that was attempting to break you, but guess what? You still here. You still standing. You're still showing up. And I want y'all to know that those moments are not working against you. They're building you into the person that you need to become for the life that you say you want, right? Y'all all know the life that you want. So all of the things that's happening in your life, understand that it's never working against you. It's just building you into the person that you need to become for the life that you truly say you want. So today I want you to ask yourself at this very moment, am I truly grateful? Think about that for a second, because too many of us are walking around every single day and we are taking too many things and people, even our life, for granted. I want you to put in the chat, I will no longer take my life for granted. So are you truly grateful, or are you just waiting for things to change before you decide to be grateful? We're not doing that in here. I want you to know that the shift is truly going to happen in your life when you realize that more doesn't come from wanting. More comes from what? This big word that I want you to put right now in all caps, appreciating. Put appreciating in the chat. I truly appreciate being able to be in rooms like this. I appreciate having mentors. I appreciate every single day that I have. I wake up with gratitude. I go through my day with gratitude, and I go to sleep with gratitude. And I will tell you this right now, life is not going to the right for me right now, okay? It's a whole lot of lefts that's taking place, but it doesn't matter. I understand what's going on. I understand all the things that's going to come at me while I'm on my way to my elevation. It's a real thing. The minute that you decide to choose you, the minute that you decide that you want something different, oh, every single thing from every angle is going to come at you. It doesn't mean that, oh, no, this isn't for me. It means I'm on the right path. That opposition is real. And I'm definitely on my way to my next level. So listen, as we start speaking about elevation and becoming and just the word of aligning, right? Especially when we're talking about aligning our mindset, especially for the life that we're looking to build. It's only one person that comes to mind, right? We are about to hear from one that's always like, he embodies that way of thinking at the highest level. He understands that mindset isn't just something that you talk about. It's something that you live, you breathe, and execute every single day. Every day we have to check our mindset. He's someone who truly mastered what it means to be focused, or just stay focused and stay grounded, stay committed. Put stay committed in the chat. Regardless of any circumstances that's going on, that's a level of resilience that some people just don't have. You either have it or you don't. I want all of y'all to do me a favor right now. I want y'all to put mindset in all caps in the chat. Put mindset in all caps in the chat. And I want you to come off mute. And I want y'all, with all your energy that you have right now, with all your gratitude, all your thankfulness, I want y'all to show major, major love for the one and only Mindset Mobile, everybody. So I need everybody to come off mute right now. Come off mute, come off mute.
I was stuck in the dark, then I got me a light. Came up from the dirt, took a couple tries. No matter what,
Come off mute, everybody.
Woo, good morning. A glorious
morning.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for all your wisdom.
Good morning, everybody. Let's get it started.
Let's go, everybody. Let's
Go,
go.
wake
Let's go,
up,
Sean.
Let's go.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Let's
Innocent.
go,
Grateful.
everybody.
Good morning, Cherie.
Let's
Thank
go.
you.
Good morning,
Gratitude.
Stephanie.
Grand
Nothing
Rising,
but
everybody.
gratitude.
Grand
Thank you.
Rising. Let's go. I love it. I love it. I love it. Mindset. Let's go with that, King. Let's go, mindset.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Go ahead, snap it up and clap it up for you. Come on. Let's go.
Go.
Let's see who we have in the building. Look, when I call your name out, go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat. When I call your name out, go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat. All right, here we go. Felicia, what's going on, Felicia? Put the trophy emoji in the chat. You are the MVP of your life. Thank you, Sunshine. We appreciate you. Go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat. Miss Dawn Jackson, go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat. You are the MVP. Dion Austin, what's up? What's happening? Yeah, there she go. Front and center. Absolutely love it. Listen, if I don't call your name out, it's only due to time constraints. I would love to call everyone's name out. I would love to sing your praises. But the most important person is you singing your praises. So go ahead and put your name in the chat or put your last name in the chat. Whoever you're doing it for, whatever you're standing for, go ahead and let us know in the chat, because in my mind, I think that we are the best of the best, the top of the top, the cream of the crop. But it's up to you to show up that way, because I can have my thoughts about who you are, but it means nothing, absolutely nothing, if you don't believe in it. Remember, whatever you believe in, you will be living. So that is what we're operating from, the sense of I am the creator, because God created you as a person to go out there and create something meaningful for not only you, but for entire humanity. So right now, you might be doing it for your last name. You might be doing it to change the game. You might be doing it for something special. Show it. Don't be the best kept secret. My name is Sean Crewmate, and I will help you develop those systems for success to become more effective in less time. So that way you can market, you can brand, you can have client acquisition. You can do exactly what you want to do, which is more revenue, less hours, and real freedom. If I'm right, go ahead and say I'm right. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Let's be explicit in here, okay? Don't hold back with me. I'm not the one. Don't hold back with me. What's going on? So peace, love, and beautiful energy to everyone. I'm happy that you all are here. And we are in day 4 of the See You at the Bank challenge. And so far, so good, right? Let me know your thoughts in the chat. How are you feeling so far with the challenge? Let us know in the chat. You've been getting a lot of good information. I know. Somebody's going to say information overload. I've been getting a lot of work. There's a lot of things to do. Yes. When you're stepping into that next level, it's a lot of things to do. You got to be prepared for it. Just like Sunshine said, you're getting ready to make that breakthrough. Things start to feel like it's about to have a breakdown, but that's your blessings starting to pile up. That's you starting to see the reflection of your work. So don't get discouraged, get encouraged. Okay, get empowered. Know that you're in a season of seeding your greatness. And remember, you all are champions, but without a challenge, you cannot become a champion. So embrace the challenge, embrace the obstacle that is coming your way. What I would love to do first, before we get into the participation of everyone, let's go ahead and just get an understanding of some things first. So when we're talking on this leadership and accountability call, the main theme has been what so far? The main consistent theme has been what? And the way to refresh your memory is, in fact, I should probably share my screen to help you do that too. But the way to refresh your memory is to think about what's the number one contributor to your success and to your failure. What's that? What's the number one contributor to your success and failure? What's the number one contributor? Let's see if we're all on the same page here, because a lot of people, you might have a different take, but let's see. So they said the mind. They said the mindset. What else? That's it. Remember, we said this before. There's a lot of people who come in here and they say that I have the mindset already, right? And if you're one of those people who say I have the mindset, chances are you're probably not where you want to be, because it's not that you have mindset. Mindset is what you do. So what is it truly about? It's about what? Let's go back. Do I have to go back to the yeah, let's go back to the PowerPoint. If you need to take a screenshot, take a screenshot. Don't forget it. Okay? Write this down in your book. Okay? Time is your greatest leverage. Without time, you have nothing. Time is your greatest leverage. Without time, you have nothing. Let's just make it make sense. Back it up a little bit. So let's put it on play mode. We asked this question. I'll ask it again. What do you value most if you could only pick one? Time or money? Some people might say money. Why? Because if I have a lot of money, I could buy some of my time back. Some people might say time. If I have enough time, I could make a lot of money. Which one is it for you? Which one is it for you? And let's pull the chat up so I can see. Let's pull the chat up so I can see. So which one is it for you and why? Let us know why. So it's one thing to know, okay, money is it for me, time is it for me, but why? Just like when you say, hey, I want to go to the bank, why do you want to, how much money do you need? Like, what are you using the money for? Because you just don't want to go and get money from the bank in the form of a loan because that's credit. You don't want to go get a loan and then have no plan. So you need to know what it is that you want from the beginning and why. Why? Team, are we recording? Make sure we're recording, please, on the back end. Just I can't see it here. Even though we know it said recording, but that could have been someone's like note taker. So just make sure we are actually recording. All right. So why? Okay, we want to know why. All right. Let's make it very clear and let's make it very, very plain. Now we know time is your greatest leverage. So let's get to it then, right? What contributes to your success the most? Whether it's success or failure. And put the answer in the chat. We all need to have a unified answer so we all know. We all know. I don't want everyone to be on different pages. This is crucial. This right here, that's why I'm going over it again. So if we know that time contributes to your success and failure the most, but what about time though? Because it's not just time. Because everyone has the same 24 hours. So if it was just time, then all of us would just be super rich or just super poor. So what is it that's the difference? Ah, I like that, Denise. Denise knows it's your effectiveness with your time. So your effectiveness with your time directly affects your experience with money, your relationships, stress, freedom, and flexibility. Don't forget this. Take a screenshot, put this in a mental picture. Whatever you need to do, you make sure this is number one in your mind. So when I ask the question again, everyone should have the same exact answer. What contributes to your success and or failure the most? So Mercedes is not just time, right? You have to make sure you say the complete sentence so that way your brain knows this. There we go. There we go, Vicky. So it's not just your use of time. It's your effectiveness with your time. It's not just the use of time, because the use of time is you could just be using time. Effectiveness with time is I'm being effective with my time. You see the difference in that? Execution could mean I executed on an LLC that took me 3 years to execute on, when in actuality it only should take me 3 days. So it's not just execution. It's my effectiveness with my time. Like, let's make sure we're making sense here. So am I showing you or am I not showing you? Am I doing a horrible job, Sunshine, or what? You come off of mute and let me know. Because maybe I'm doing a horrible job.
No, you're not. You're not doing a horrible job at all. You're bringing things to the forefront, exactly what we need to hear. So I appreciate you. So I hope
Okay.
everybody is picking up what he's putting down.
All right. So let's say it again then. What contributes to your success and or failure the most? Just want to make sense, because the craziest thing is I could think that everybody got it and then walk away, and then now we got people falling behind, because the rule is this. This is the rule, and I hope that we could change it. But out of, like, let's just give a round number of 100 people, there will only be 5 people that are successful, and there will be 10 people who at least made it past the rest of the average rate. Okay, so if there's 100 people here and only 10 people will go on to have some sort of success, where 5 of them will definitely have success, then what does that say about everyone else? That's why I'm spending time on this. That is the reason why I'm saying this. No other reason. I could just go right past and I could go move right on. But I'm saying this because if we're going to truly change the numbers, we have to make sure everyone's on the same page. So that's what I love to see in the chat. We're getting on the same page. Right? Your effectiveness with your time. And if anybody disagrees, please let us know. So Josie, remember, it's not being productive with my time. That's not the answer. Here's why it's not the answer. The reason why it's not the answer, because not being productive with your time means that you could be being busy and still thinking you're productive with your time. That is why I'm saying it the exact way that gives your brain the instructions to carry out the goal. That's why I'm saying this, okay? Remember, sometimes we might say things like this. I want to kill two birds with one stone. We say a lot of fluff words, but guess what? We'll never kill two birds with one stone. And in fact, if you actually measure what you're saying, how effective is that? Like, how many attempts would you actually have to get to kill two birds with one stone? How magical of an alignment the birds would have to be lined up together in order to get the stone through one bird to get it to the next bird in order to knock that bird down when they have quick reflexes that if one jumps, they all jump. So I just want you to really examine what you're saying, because when you say things that's highfalutin, you're not really getting anywhere. It's just a fluff story that you're telling yourself. And you may not think it makes sense, but I'm telling you why. Out of 100 people, there's going to be 5 people who are super successful, 10 people who actually have some sort of success, and the remaining people will not be successful at all. There's a reason for that. And everybody, let me know. Put Yana in the chat if you remember this game. You would stand in a line, maybe it's 5 people. The first person will tell someone something, and then the next person tells the next person something, and then the next person something. Well, they're telling them the same story of what they heard, but it gets to the end and they say, okay, repeat what you heard. And then when they repeat what they heard, the person who made up the sentence, they either agree that that's what they said or they disagree that that's not what they said. And just so that we're all on the same page, which usually happens at the end. Are they on the same page or they say something totally different? I just want everyone in the chat to say it. Watch how we're all going to see the same reality. Just go ahead. I'll wait. Sunshine, you could come off of mute and you could tell us what you see in the chat. You froze on me, Sunshine? You could come off of mute and tell us what you see in the chat. Okay.
Hold
So,
on. I think I can hear you now. It's breaking up for me on my end, so I keep trying to connect my Wi-Fi. What did you say, King?
okay. I wanted you to read the answers in the chat just so we all could kind of be on the same page here.
Absolutely. So Aston is saying say something different. Teresa is saying different. Dion is saying different. Keisha is saying totally different. Ernest is saying different story. Jamond is saying out of alignment. Zelda is saying something different at the end. Can you hear me okay? I want to make sure that this isn't going out.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. So what does that tell us, everyone? What does that tell us? So now you can see exactly why I'm staying stuck on this, right? Now you can see why I'm being intentional with you and saying, okay, that's not really it. So I'm not calling you out to be rude. I'm not calling you out to be mean. I'm saying we got a job here. Our job is to get our goals completed. Put your goals in the chat. 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 Put your goals in the chat.
Like, girl, yeah, last month.
Put your goals in the chat. Okay. So be a millionaire has to be more specific than that. Be a millionaire has to be more specific than that. Yacht company, be more specific. I know we're kind of like on the move, so we're looking to be fast, but everything you do matters. Never forget that. Everything you do matters. So what is your goal? If you just say med spa, you can get to a med spa. If you just say yacht company, you can get to a yacht company. But is it yours? Okay. So always remember that. All right. So as we move forward, the reason why I'm giving this to you is because we all have the same 24 hours. What are you doing with yours? What are you doing with yours? So let me ask you again. Let's make sure we're all on the same page. We'll move forward and then we'll get to the whiteboard and then we'll have everyone come up. So what is the number one contributing factor to your success and or to your failure? Okay, there we go. My effectiveness with the time, my effectiveness with the time. Yes. Okay, you see how we just went over it and we still got people giving up different answers? That is the difference between winning and not winning. That's the difference. There's no disrespect to anyone. I'm just giving you the real truth. Would you rather me be honest or would you rather me just tell you fluff? Would you rather me be honest or tell you fluff? And I can show you too on the board. It's just that we don't have enough time through the 5 days for me to show you everything. But when I go live, I can explain it too. But your language casts spells. Your language creates your reality. Your language produces a thought. The thought produces a belief. Your belief produces an action. Your action creates a result. The results are your life. So based upon the way that you speak, your life will reflect the way that you speak. If you would love to change what you see, you have to change what you say. If we keep operating under the guise of, let me just operate under what I know, then you will keep getting what you know. So it's okay that you're pushed in a different direction. Okay. The more effective and efficient you are, the better you experience the money, the relationships, the better your stress becomes, the stress level, your stress, the way that you can handle stress, and your freedom and flexibility. We're not telling you this for just because you think that we want to. We're telling you this because we want you to succeed. And this is how it works. Time is time is a measure, or time is a tracker in a sense, right? So they created time for a reason, to measure efficiency. So time stands for tracking incrementally measures efficiency. So you must be tracking whatever it is that you do with the time that you have. If you don't track it, you will be shooting in the dark and you might not know how to redo something or duplicate the results you got. This is why you can see people become a one-hit wonder. You ever heard about that? One-hit wonder. This is why people can make 1 million and then lose it all. Okay. And over time, it becomes tracking intentionally masters efficiency. So it's all about your efficiency. Everything else is tracked and everything else is measured, right? So we're not going to go through the whole thing. But once again, I'm just telling you that if you are feeling like you're lacking time, money, or opportunity, most likely you're lacking the visibility on how your time is actually being utilized. See, because what you don't measure, you cannot improve. Yeah, I want more money. I want more money, but all you're doing is just throwing money out the window. So it's all about your system. Your system determines how effective you are with your current, how effective you are with your time, right? So your current reality is a reflection of your system. Every system is supposed to save you some money or time or energy. Make sense? If you feel like you're the opposite, you're expending so much time, you're expending so much money, you're expending so much energy, and it's just not enough, then you know that something in your system is not working. It's not working. So if your system is working, your current system is working, put my system is working. If your current system is not working, put it's not working in the chat, just so you are clear. This is for you. This is not for everyone else. Don't be afraid just because there's a bunch of people around watching. This is for you. Okay. If If your system is not working, you must get a system that changes everything. Now, one of the things that I mentioned, your system is not just digital, it's your internal system. So you have internal systems and you have external. Someone put that in the chat, internal and external. See, what happens when you start measuring everything, you stop guessing, you stop wasting, you start optimizing. Remember, when you start making food, right? You got your recipes. Once you know the recipes, you're not guessing how much to put. Oh, do I put a pinch of salt or do I add this amount of this? No, you know exactly what it is. You stop guessing, so you stop wasting time and you start optimizing. Let's be honest real quick. How many of us are still guessing and still wasting? I'm wasting time. I'm wasting opportunities. I'm still guessing. I'm spinning my wheels. I'm looking to go on YouTube. I'm looking to do it for free, to optimize, but it's just not working. I'm feeling overloaded with information, and all it's making me do is feel like I am getting discouraged. I feel like I want to stop. Let me know in the chat. Okay. So I believe that's why we're all here, right? So throughout the week, we've been giving you information. If you ever felt like I don't make enough money, I'm always stressed, I don't have time, my relationships are draining me, then please, please, please don't beat yourself up. It's not your effort. We know that you're giving a lot of effort. You're the best of the best. Some of your family members you ask, or your friends, you say, hey, come on, come to this challenge with me. They said no. We know that you still came. You don't lack effort. but you might lack the system. It might be an internal and it might be an external. Let me know if it's both or if it's one or the other. Let me know in the chat, both or one or the other. Both or one or the other. Let's move fast in the chat so I can move fast. I do want to have time to bring you all up. So let's move fast in the chat. Both. Is it external? You already have the internal part and you just need the external? Or do you already have the external, but you need to get the internal? Is it both? Okay, is it both? All right, cool. So if you're overthinking instead of executing, you're worrying about things instead of like knowing that certain things I can't control, you're spending money in places where there's no return and you're saying yes to everything, not tracking your progress, just know that you're not being effective, right? With your time, scrolling for 2 hours a day, as we mentioned last, I think it was on, yeah, it was yesterday, right? You're scrolling for 2 hours a day. What happens? That's 60 plus hours in a month. That's a full-time work week that we missed out on. So the overthinking, why do we need to overthink? Why do we need to worry? Why are we spending money? Money is a tool that we're using to invest to get more money. So we put money in places that bring us more what? Put it in the chat. We put our money in places that brings us more what? Okay. So life is mathematical. It's all systematic. Whether you realize it or not, what you do daily creates your results. What you believe in, you'll be living. What you focus on expands. So right now, you're perfectly designed to get the results you're currently getting. If you would like to change your results, put I want to change my results in the chat. If you like your results, just put I like my results in the chat. Okay. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop right here. Because I remember yesterday, a lot of us put, oh, actually, yeah, I asked this question. And then I'll stop right here in this one. Which life are you living? Inconsistent or lacking money, ups and down on the relationships, feeling stressed, overwhelmed, super reactive, getting triggered, always trying to catch up, always feeling off balance. That's A. If you're feeling like A, put A in the chat. But what about B? Are you living like B? Are you consistent? Are you growing your income? Are you aligned? Do you have healthy relationships? Are you calm, focused, stress-free? You have clear direction. You're in complete control of your time. Let us know in the chat. And remember, this is for you to evaluate yourself. It's easier to talk to yourself without measuring it because you just kind of justify it. But when you see it in front of you, you're like, wow, I really have to focus on these things. Let me do something about it. Okay. So we have to make a choice. Okay. We have to make a choice. You have to make a choice. Which side do you want to be on now? Which side do you want to be on? So the side B is all the intangibles. As you can see, it doesn't say house. It doesn't say car. It doesn't say anything that you can grab. It doesn't say anything that you can touch. It says everything that's intangible, meaning that you have to be this version. You have to be consistent. You have to be the one growing the income. This is why we gave you the RGAs and MWA sheet so you can know which activities are revenue generating activities, which activities are minimum wage activities. Are you aligned? Are you doing your meditation? Are you doing your breath work? Are you having healthy conversations? Are you taking ownership? Are you calm when things happen? Are you focused? Do you block out time? Do you knock out the noise from family and friends bothering you, calling you up, even though you blocked out time to study or you blocked out time to be in class? Are you living stress-free? Are you worried about things that you cannot control? Do you have clear direction or do you have confusion? With confusion, there's no movement. You'll feel stuck. So if you're feeling stuck right now, most likely is because you're not clear. The thing that's going to help you get clear is your systems because it's going to show you exactly where you need to focus on. Okay. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to say to put funnel in the chat. Everyone put the word funnel in the chat. Put the word funnel in the chat. So I absolutely love how a lot of you all were doing your pitches, right? Basically introducing yourself. Now the next level is introducing your business and what it is that the client accomplishes from your product or service. So I absolutely love that. So you should be snapping it up. clapping it up for yourself right now because you all did a great job. And I absolutely love the community feedback, the accountability everyone was offering, right? Hey, I like this. Maybe the lighting could change. Or hey, I like how you articulated that. That was great. We love the support. So keep supporting each other. Funnel. Everything is a funnel, but someone tell me, what is a funnel first? Yes, funnel is a system, but what is a funnel? What is a funnel? What is a funnel? What is a funnel? Upsell? Okay. Destiny, Destiny, I'm gonna need you to actually, I'm gonna need you to actually articulate when you say upsell. I need you to articulate that. Okay, sales guiding tool drives information from one point to another, helps guides buyer to how you want them to behave or upsell. Item to channel something through, a tool to build and help businesses to fall in place. What does that mean? Let me know in the chat. A system to take people through the process. There we go. That's what it is. I see someone's put a pathway. All right. So here's what a funnel is. A funnel is a series of steps to get a person to take an action. Make sure you write that down and you know exactly what it is. Because every day you live in a funnel. Give me some things that you do that's a funnel. That you're walking through a funnel. Let me know. So a funnel, I get it. It narrows down choices. Yes, it does. But a funnel is a series of steps to get a person to take an action. That's what a funnel is. Okay. So I would love to know, where do you find yourself in a funnel at? Go to work, get paid. Yeah. Your whole entire life, you've been sold this funnel. You've been sold this funnel here. Put a one in the chat. This is you. Go to school, get a job, get a 401k, retire, put a one in the job, put a one in, excuse me, put a one in the chat. That's you. But look, let me finish this. It says go to school, get a job, get a 401k, retire, broke. Okay. That's the part they don't tell you. This is the part they don't tell you about. Go to school, get a job, retire, broke. In fact, I missed a step. I'm sorry. I missed a step. I missed one step. Y'all know what I'm getting ready to add in here? Let me know if you know what I'm getting ready to add in here. Let me know if you know what I'm getting ready to add in here. Get a what? House. Get a house, get a mortgage, get the 401k, retire broke. Okay, that's what this system is. This is a funnel to retire broke. Okay, maybe I'm making this up. Maybe I'm making this up. Who do you know followed this funnel and retired rich? Who do you know followed this funnel and retired rich? Just let me know, because there's always anomalies to everything. There's always the exceptions to the rule. But I just want you to tell me, who do you know? That's all I'm asking. Who do you know? So this is a funnel. This is funnel A. This is funnel A that we've all been trained to follow. Go to school, get a job, get a house, 401k, retire broke. Okay. I'm not saying that going to school is bad. I'm not saying getting a job is bad. I'm not saying buying a house is bad. I'm not saying 401k is bad. I'm not saying retiring is bad, but I am saying being broke is bad. I am saying that. Do you agree or disagree? I am saying that part. So what if you did this? You go to school, right? You get a skill. You get connections. You create opportunities, right? And you build and buy businesses. Okay, so the businesses that we want you to build, right? It's not, we don't want you to start from scratch. We don't want you to quit your job and then you go start building a business, because now what did you just do? If you quit your job and you go start building a business, what did you just do? What did you just do? Somebody said debt, safety net is gone. Nadia, I would love for you to think that, is a job really a safety net? Is a job really a safety net? If they can fire you at any moment, any time, is a job really a safety net? That's why we get stressed out about going to work, because you actually don't even feel safe at work. You feel more stressed at work. So the fact that you just said that is something that you should probably check into, because that sounds like a lot of identity that was placed over us and we just build with it, right? So if you're going to build a business, and I'm not saying building a business is bad, I'm saying building a business is going to take you to need some sort of assistance, some sort of help, some sort of way to guide you, right? And you're going to need what we would call mentors. So you get mentorship. With mentorship, you get what we call accountability from your peers. You get strategy. So you get a blueprint, a roadmap. And what else do you get? You get coaching. All right. So if you need help on something, you get coaching. So so when you're building a business, you want to make sure you have that in place. Because if you don't have this in place and you're just looking to build a business and you quit your job to get a business that you're starting from scratch, congratulations, you just bought a job. You didn't buy a business, you bought a job. Now you spend way more time than you ever did at the office. You spend more time focusing on all of the things that you could be doing, and now you're spinning your wheels. What you just did is went 2 steps forward and took 3 steps backwards. Don't make that mistake. Some of you in here will make that mistake, because why? You're probably not listening right now. You're at work and you're doing all this stuff right now, which I get it. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying here are the reasons why. You probably, think you got it. You got information. All you need is Joy just to come in here and add a little touch to it, and just, be able to ask her a question or two. I know, I get it. You know why I get it? Because I've been seeing this for the last 5 years. Where they at now? Right? Where are those people at? So the people who are successful are the people who follow the mentorship, just like Joy, just like myself, who followed the blueprint. See, we're not, remember the rule, right? We're not looking to reinvent the wheel. We're not looking to change the game. We're just looking to do what? Change the way we play the game. Okay, that's all we're looking to do. So one of the things you want to really think about of changing the way you play the game, it's okay to start building your business, but while you're building your business, you want to start also looking for places that your business can be rolled up into and buy a business, because you want to buy cash flow. You want to buy cash flow. So it's cool. I get it. Some of us are like, yeah, you're going to do where you want, and you're going to start where you want to start. Do whatever it is. I believe in you. But just know that you could either make your job a lot harder or you can make your job a lot easier. You can either make your job a lot harder or you can make your job a lot easier. When you're making your job a lot easier, what is it going to require from you? Put all the things that it could require from you to make your job a lot easier. Put all the things that it could acquire from you. So time, okay, what else? Well, time, yeah, time could. Money for sure. Effort, yes. Organization, yes. Consistency, habits. When you say habits, it could be a bad habit too. So make sure you're being specific. That's one thing, Destiny. You have to be more specific, okay? Like, I know you're just, doing your best to chat, but be specific. I know you got it in your mind. I already know that. But when you write it, also be specific, okay? Yes. So, yes, you want to have systems in place. Yes, yes. You want to have a team. There we go. Okay. Now, out of everything you said, how well are you doing all of that on your checklist? Do you have more X's on your checklist or do you have more checks on your checklist? Yeah, you want to write down a plan, Johnny. You want to plan your work and you want to work your plan. But always remember the rules. Never forget the rules to the game. Life doesn't go according to plan. It only goes according to vision. So you want to plan your plan. You do want to do that and you want to work your plan. But don't get so attached to how the plan is supposed to be delivered or how it's supposed to go. Okay, don't be attached to that. Always remember when you work with principles, principles work with you and for you. If you're just looking to do things, things change. Hey, I just want to go get funded. Okay, be cautious of why you're getting funded. Why am I getting funded? Because I need to have X, Y, Z. All right, now you also look at how much it's charging you in interest and when the interest kicks in. Because one of the worst parts of debt is having credit card interest or loan interest. Because what you thought was $50,000 turns into $100,000. What you thought was $50,000 turned into $150,000. And it happens in a blink of an eye. So you must be effective with your time. It's all going to come down to how effective are you being with your time? Are you reading the information when you get the loan or are you just signing for the loan? You know how they do when you go, you're like, all right, sign here and sign here. You don't even read it. You don't even go through the contract. You just sign it. And you ask them, okay, yeah, so tell me what it says. And you just trust what they say. You just trust it. You just trust what they say. So how effective is that with you? Why? Because in your mind, you just think, let other people do it. No, you need to do it. You need to do it. You need to be effective in your time because how many times do we hear about artists? We hear about musicians, we hear about sports players where we heard about nothing in 10 years into their career, but as soon as it's time to get ready to retire, now all of a sudden something coming out. Well, my accountant took X, Y, and Z out. Oh, well, my other person did X, Y. Okay, why? Why? Why are we doing that? Let's learn from that. So, Joy is not going to snap her fingers and you're going to be successful. That's not going to happen. So if that's you, I will advise you to rethink your plan. I know that's not most of us, but I'm just saying because sometimes there's those people. And remember, it's 100 people in here. So out of 100 people, 80 of you might fail. So I'm telling you why you might fail. You could be the one that's saying, no, it's not me. But do you think that anybody says, hey, I'm going to fail today? Hey, I'm going to fail in 5 years? No. Every single person says, hey, I'm going to win. But the winners stick with principles. The winners look at the patterns. The winners stay with what works within inside of the system. See, what has to work and what will work, that's what they're looking at. They're not looking at what they know. Oh yeah, I know I'm gonna be successful. This doesn't matter. Does not matter. Okay, so how many of us have a business? Put a one in the chat. How many of us have a business? How many of us have a business? Put a one in the chat. Put a zero in the chat if you don't have a business. Put a zero in the chat if you don't have a business. How many of us actually have a funnel? Put a two in the chat if you have a funnel. Put a two in the chat if you have a funnel. Put a two in the chat if you have a funnel. Put a three in the chat if you really don't know what a funnel is and you don't know where to start or what it's supposed to look like. Okay. So let me show you an example of some funnels. So that way you could see how simple and easy it is. Because we all know what a funnel is. When you go to Dunkin' Donuts, who goes to Dunkin' Donuts? Maybe y'all don't. Old school. If you're old school, you go to Dunkin' Donuts. But if you kind of want to be on the new side, you go where? Starbucks. Either way, you're inside of a funnel, okay? And when you first go into the funnel, there's no one standing outside. Hey, come into the store. No, you just automatically go into the store. And then somehow they got your money somehow. At the end, when you walk out, somehow they got your money. How did that happen? Because in your mind, you thought it was your choice. But whose choice actually was it for you to buy that coffee or buy the donuts or whatever you buy at those places? Whose thought was it? Because you thought it was yours, but it really wasn't yours. If it was yours, then you would have been the one that created Dunkin' Donuts or created um, Starbucks. But being that you didn't create Starbucks, it shows that that wasn't your idea. So the key to getting wealthy in your aspect is going to be putting your idea into the world. Someone put in the chat, my idea belongs here. My idea belongs here. Okay. My idea belongs here. Good. So this example of a funnel, this is a simple funnel. So a funnel that I created for one of my networking groups. So on Saturdays we do the mindset reset networking groups. What I did was I put obviously the text of what it is, but what they can get out of this, right? So they could join other small business owners, both new and seasoned, ready to network and build lasting legacy. So up at the top, we call this the hero section. So on your funnel, you want to have the hero section at the top and tell them exactly what they get. So I tell them I help you sell your products or service, connect with the right partners, grow beyond your wildest imaginations. Join us to find out how you can step into your next level of greatness. What you want to add is what we call a VSL. Who knows what the VSL is? Put it in the chat if you know. If you don't know, put I don't know. VSL, video sales letter. So you want to do something like this where you create a letter. You're not going to be able to hear the audio because I didn't turn on audio for some reason. But yeah, you can't hear the audio, so I just muted it really fast. So you're going to have a video up here that just talks about what exactly do they get. You could add other shots into it to make it look a little bit better, or you could just do something like I've done and make it simple, where you're just talking to them, being honest and being transparent to them. Hey, this is what you're going to get. We're going to allow you to be in a room full of people where you're going to be able to be connected with not only partners, but potential clients, people that can come into your business and help you grow, or they could purchase something that you have to offer. Right? You could expand your net worth by expanding your network. And then it's something simple. This is free, right? So you want to have, I want you to put this down. You want to have a lead magnet. Put the word lead magnet in the chat. Team, if there's people inside the waiting room that's been in there, can you let them in, please? Thank you. So lead magnet. A lot of you know about lead magnets in the form of ebooks, which is cool. That's cool. Right? And that's one level. I'm past that level. I have over 100 digital assets. I've had that for a long time and I've mastered a lot. But what I want to show you here is giving away something for free has a lot of value if it's valuable. You don't want to give away something for free that people would throw away. Like, when you give away the little t-shirt with a random word on it, and it's like, all right, that's cool to get a free shirt because everyone wants a free shirt. But what do you end up doing with that free shirt? That free shirt, it has nothing, it's not the same as that shirt that you pay $100 for. That free shirt, you start wearing it. Look, somebody say you clean the house in it. Let's get real, Denise. And some houses, they might clean the house with it. They might clean the floor with it. The kids dropped over the juicy cup. They wipe it up with that shirt. Hey, I don't really care about this shirt. Look, Marcus called it a rag. Let's be real here. We know. Okay. So that free stuff, if it's not valuable, it will be discarded. So it'll say save my spot. You put a nice little link in there, save my spot. What it would do is open up and give a person to register. This is what you want. You want lead capture. Someone to put lead capture in the chat. Someone put lead capture in the chat. So your lead magnet is for lead capture. That's why we call it lead magnet. You want to magnetize a lead or attract a lead. So right here is clear as day as what they get. They get mindset reset networking. We Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. What time? What day is it? And what time is it? Let me know in the chat. What day? What time is it? What day do we have the mindset reset networking? Somebody put Thursday. No, I'm talking about the mindset reset. So I'm making a point here. It's clear, it's easy to understand. It's not a lot of words, it's not a lot of fluff. We understand it's Saturdays, 9:30 a.m., 9:30 a.m. But what is it? AM Pacific time, PT? Is it CT? It's EST. So make sure you put the actual time frame on there because not everyone lives in your time frame. So this is the basics that you want to collect when you are offering your lead magnet. Your first name, last name. Notice that it's not required because sometimes people feel a certain way when it's required. But the thing that's most important that is required is the email. You must get the email. Someone put email necessary in the chat. Somebody put email necessary in the chat. The reason why you want to get their email is because that's the way that you're going to be able to contact them. So if you join this challenge and you got some free downloads from us, make sure when you go into your email, you make sure that we're not in the spam box. Okay. You make sure we're not in the spam box because if you're in the spam box, now you don't get the rewards, you don't get the benefits, you don't get anything. You miss it out. You miss out on everything. So what you want to do also is get them to write a message. Okay, I would love to join. Maybe that's what they're going to say. By you getting a little dialogue, even though if they just put something like that, it's okay. Just a little dialogue allows them to be a little bit more interested into it. They hit submit, boom, done. And now they click here for their download or they get the email. Okay. Now, one of the things I was going to show you too, where is it? Right. So we kind of graduated from just the ebooks. You all could start at ebooks, but we're at apps as our lead magnet. So right now, I'll offer this app for $2 for 7-day trial. That's a lead magnet. How many people would pay $2 for something like that? Where they're going to be able to have a new operating system that allows them to transform their static goals into something that's digital, something that's visual, and allows them to have progress to reach their highest level. Right. So $2, that's not much. People are going to say $2. I'll try that out. I'm not big. I don't mind that. Right. So you want to be able to have something like this. This is just a landing page. A landing page that's giving information. So these are all lead magnets. Whatever it is that you're doing, right? You want to make sure you write it down and make sure it is easy. So they can see what they get here. They get a goal tracker. They make sure that they can have progress tips. They have a coach in here. Coach gives real-time feedback. What should I prioritize today? A lot of times people just don't have clarity on what's priority. Now you have a coach that's giving you a roadmap that's telling you exactly what to do, which will help your progress, give you the next step. Right? This is a different funnel, Nadia. That's what I'm showing. I'm showing you got different lead magnets. It's a different funnel. This funnel is actually a product that's a paid product. What I showed you before was a free product. So I'm showing you different lead magnets, right? And your lead magnet could be whatever you want your lead magnet to be. So and I'll also show you the downsell and upsell. Basically, that I think who said that? Denise said that, right? So they could pick their path, right? It tracks their goals, it measures, it shows them something visual so that way they can reach their highest level, right? So they don't have to use all these other habit apps, these task manager. They don't need a motivation system because it's replaced with one decision intelligence engine. So performance roadmap, focus engine. You get to be able to have direction, clarity. They get the coach, they get a vision board, they get a roadmap. These are the tools that's necessary for clarity and direction. And then it tells them how it works. So always explain to your potential clients, which is what we call prospects, what they're going to get. Okay. They also get rankings. And once if they hit the top ranking, they get freebies, they get giveaways. Okay. And it tells them what we're doing. So the first roadmap that we have out now is performance tracking, an AI coach, goal roadmap, focus engine, vision board, scoreboard. The next phase that we're going to roll out is a different one. It's Meltis Focus Pro. So it's going to help them with health, vision, optimizing energy, alignment, all these advanced analytics, right? And then we'll have integrations that will help them be able to speak better, think better, all those. The same systems that we have inside of our Love Plus platform will also be in here. So essentially, this is our next level version from our Becoming More Effective in Less Time book. Make sense? Let me know in the chat if it makes sense. Let me know in the chat if it makes sense. We let them know where to get it. Let them know how to install it on the advice. Always assume that the client or prospect doesn't know what to do.
and give them exactly what to do. Look how we made it so easy for them. Step by step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Literally 4 steps. It works on desktops. It works on mobile. Go ahead. If you need some help and you want to notify me, go ahead and notify me, right? And now they can tell us if they have any issues or if they have any concerns. Big button on the top, launch app, right? Big button on the top, launch app, launch the app. They get into the app and now they're able to do certain things. In fact, let me see. Let's try this out real quick. Ask a question. Does anyone have a question? Does anyone lack clarity? In fact, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm not gonna do it today. I'll do it tomorrow. I was gonna use it now. But I'm looking at the time and we're already running out of time. So if you needed help to get clear on your goals, you would go in here and ask the coach. Coach will help you out. Boom, you get a roadmap, right? I did offer the opportunity for everyone to take our mirror challenge. If you did the mirror challenge, put a 1 in the chat. If you didn't do a mirror challenge, put a 2 in the chat. If you didn't do the mirror challenge, put a 2 in the chat. So I'll put this in the chat again for you all to be able to take the mirror challenge again. To take it now if you have it before, but I'll just spam the chat a little bit with the mirror challenge link. Okay. Take this challenge. This will help you get clear on who you are. That's the first domino. Get clear on who you are. The same thing we did with the exercise yesterday where we had them walk through. This is the time to do it now. Okay. Now, with that being said, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to have you come up. Any thoughts or any questions on what you saw today? As far as the funnel, as far as anything from this week, do you need clarity on something? Like, let us know so that way we could assist you in this little bit of time that we have left. I'm going to put up a poll shortly and we're going to break from there. Once we break from there, don't forget we got class tonight. You want to be there early, 7:45 p.m. The VSL shouldn't be that long. It should be short, quick to the point. It should be a few scrolls, maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is a good number because now you have them invested because they have 5 touch points. There's technically 11 touch points that you want people to get to, but at least that first 5 allows them to be interested in what you have. So a lot of psychology goes into this. And if psychology is not your strong point, then you just have a mentor that's going to help you. That's all. Okay. But you're not going to sell somebody just out the blue. It could happen, but that's not the rule. Remember, we're playing by the rules, by principles, universal principles, because if we do that, it will work with us and for us. You can sell someone on the first day that you meet them. Yes. But most people, they need about a little touch points. So let me ask you a question in the chat. If you join this challenge, how many times did you see joy on your feed before you joined the challenge? 1 time? 2 times? 3 times? Let me know in the chat. Before you say, all right, you know what? I'll do it. I think I like this lady. So I see a lot. I see hundreds. I see about 30. I see 11. I see several. I see 5. I see I lost count. So you must understand it's a nurture sequence. That's why the funnel is important. So I build these for my clients because I know how important it is to help them brand. I know how important it is to get their message out because your messaging is the thing that allows you to get to that next level. Netflix's messaging is a niche down messaging. They're not really worried about target audience. They're worried about messaging. Watch all of your favorite TV shows and movies in one location on demand for one low rate. Okay. That's so easy. So easy to see. You have to get your messaging so dialed in, so easy to see that people can't say no to it. They just say yes to it. How do you make them say yes to it? It's a framework to it. Actually, I should give y'all this for free. I'll put this in the chat just because I don't have enough time to get it. But I'm going to give you my niching down my messaging book, okay? And that will help you niche down your messaging. Messaging is important. I need to see everybody put that in the chat. Messaging is important. You want to get so dialed in with your messaging that people just say yes, okay? And now for you, you might be just starting out. Don't get discouraged because there's levels for everyone. Okay, there's levels for everyone. If you're just starting out, your biggest thing is going to be getting over the fear of social media and just going live. Going live. When Joy goes live, you should be asking, "Hey, can I go live with you, Joy? Hey, can I go?" I remember I went live with Joy, and it was an amazing time. Went live with Joy a couple times. But it was an amazing time because she has great energy. But what she does that's so good is that she guides you along. She will ask you questions and she knows when to say certain things. So that might not be your strong point. Don't get discouraged. Just get encouraged to connect with someone who has that ability. And you have that within this community. That's why when I mentioned the mentorship, you have the accountability, you have the strategy, and you have the coaching. You have the support you need. So I don't see any hands up. I don't see any hands up. I don't see any hands up for questions. And the reason why I'm going to this because we got a couple more days. So, time is running out. So I want to hit this home. How many of us got the applications last night, well, yesterday, and got approved? If you was approved, go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat. If you got your application, go ahead and put the trophy emoji in the chat. And your application was approved. I want to hear from you all. I want to hear from you all. What would that mean for you to be inside of the program? So Joy give you this opportunity to be coached by her, to be inside of her mentorship, to be tutelage, to be tutored by her, right? Be under her tutelage. What does that mean to you? What would that mean for you? Sunshine, you want to pick some people out? Put the trophy emoji in the chat if you got approved already. Shelly, you applied, but you didn't get approved yet?
Yeah, we have a lot
Alicia,
of people that's been applied and they have not received anything as of yet. I guess the trophy emojis you have, Bree, you have, Jenny, you have.
so whoever put the trophy emoji in the chat, that means they got approved already.
Okay, Shalonda has.
So let's bring someone up that has the camera on. Apparently, everyone got their headbuds in, and I'm asking them to raise their hand. They don't hear me. So now let's put them up on the screen.
Okay, see who is up here. Uh, hey, Tony, come on and talk to us, love.
Let's spotlight Tony.
Hold on, you got to unmute. You should be able to unmute now, darling.
Okay. Hey, oh, hold on a second. I lost my thing. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. I'm working early before I get dressed for today, but I'm on written bills, so I apologize. But yes, I applied. Good morning. I applied and I was approved yesterday. And for me, working with Joy, I've been doing entrepreneurship, I promise you, off and on for 8 years. So, and I've been doing it basically my way, if that makes sense. And I know part of it is me being consistent, for one, but two is just not being placed in the right rooms with the right people. I think it was something maybe you said yesterday, auditing my nouns. I had to learn to do that last year. My people, places, and things, doing things differently for me. And now that I spent a whole year focusing on what I need, now I'm in the forefront of wanting to be placed in the right rooms with the right leadership to get me where it is, because I want to be the standard, if that makes sense. In my household, with my children, just in business in general. I know I have it in me. It's just I don't know. I be in my own way. I just be in my own way. So that's just the honest answer. Mentally, fear of failure, to the point where I've had successes. And then when I see it coming, I get scared because I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to lack in customer service. I don't want to lack here, or I don't want to, I make excuses in my head not to push past the fear. So working with her will probably help me more because, again, like I said, I've been doing it my way. And so now I need that, okay, let's go kind of thing.
Okay, so first of all, I want to see some love on that because you've been working for 8 years at the dream, at your goals, and I want you to notice Every time you do something, it's just progress. You don't have to be perfect, Tony. It's all about progression. And I want you all to put this in the chat. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to be a person. Just be personable. Like, I love what you're saying. And when you mention fear, what is fear?
To me, I mean, it's
Wait, stay there and think about it. I'll ask
okay.
the chat.
Okay.
How many of us have a fear of failure? How many of us have a fear of failure? Let me know in the chat. Okay. So some people say I used to, a lot of people saying me. But what is fear though? What is it? What is fear? Put what you think fear is in the chat and you tell me what is fear? Okay, let me give it to you. So I like what they're saying in the chat. Sunshine, you want to read what they're saying in the chat?
Sure. We have Gail saying that fear is not having confidence in yourself. Jamon is saying it's an anchor to success. We have Destiny saying false evidence appearing real. A few people actually said that one. Shelly said fear of feeling of not doing something. Tamuko, fear of disappointing myself. So, and Taniqua said fear is false evidence appearing real. Um, we have a lot of those in the chat.
Okay, so thank you for that. Let's rewire the way we think about all this stuff. And I want to write something in the chat myself. And I see a lot of things about fail, right? Scared to fail. Teresa, you said you're scared to fail. But what is failing? Like, if you really think about it, what actually is failing? You not meeting your expectation?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, how wrong is that you don't meet your expectation?
I feel like we're our own worst critic when it comes to certain things. Like we critique ourselves, even though we have this vision of what it should look like. And when we don't get to that vision, that's where we feel like we've failed. Even though we're striving and we keep going, it's still, I think it's just an internal thing with us as people. Like we didn't meet that standard for ourselves.
Okay,
And
hold on, because I love what you're saying. But as you all can tell, I think a little bit deep, right? Past the first layer. So you mean to tell me you expect you to be great at the first attempt in anything that you do?
no,
Oh, wait a minute. Now we get logical now. So if you fell in your business, was that a crime?
no.
Okay, everyone change their mind about failure and put this in the chat. First attempt in learning. Failure is the first attempt in learning. You're looking to say, okay, what didn't work? Now you're going to look at what does work. We're not stuck on what didn't work. See, because failure is what? First attempt in learning. So now we know what not to do. I feel more empowered. Now we know what not to do. I know what not to do. Now, when you think about fear, I've seen a lot of people saying false evidence appearing real. That's good. And that's true. It is false evidence appearing real. But you know what it is though? Because when you say false evidence appearing real, you're giving the ownership to an external factor. We need to see the ownership on an internal factor because
Mm,
fear is having a bad imagination.
wow.
I want you to write that down in the chat. Fear is having a bad imagination. You mean to tell me you're the possibility of a million things, but the thing that you think about is the one that will set you back? It doesn't sound like you're planning for success. It sounds like you're planning for failure.
Oh yeah.
And I think that is why we get fear because we say, I know I'm so used to planning for failure. I just don't want that to happen again. Now you say, but I could fail. See, that's you planning for failure. So fear is having a bad imagination. Is more about planning for success. So what could go right? So before you think about what can't go right, before you think about what could go wrong, I want you to think about all the ways that it can go right for you. So if you have Joy with you by your side, she may not be able to be in your pocket. She may not be able to be at the fingertips of a phone call or a text, but she's inside the community. She's having calls. You can reach her. She's real. She has in-person meetups. You can touch her. You can talk to her. You can get guidance. What would that do for you? Because their biggest pain point was having leadership alongside of you. So you're not doing everything all by yourself. So what would it mean to you to be inside of the mentorship with her and be able to have that guidance and leadership and not just from her? Because I want everyone to realize this. Just because Joy is the one that's hosting this, it's her team that's also carrying out the objectives. So you may not be best friends with Joy, but it's her systems, it's her principles, it's her frameworks, it's her ideology, it's her messaging, it's her classes. It's the totality, it's the holistic approach. So you have the community, you have the resources, and then you have the coaching and strategy. So with all that combined, what would that do for you? Would that break you out of that shell to make sure that you can go for your dreams and goals?
I think it would help. It definitely would help. It definitely, it's just being placed in the right rooms with the right people. A lot of times we don't place ourselves around that. You know, that's that saying of if you got five broke friends, you're gonna be the sixth one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I putting myself in that room to expand what I already kind of know, but I'm scared to get past. So to hear other people that are motivated, that are striving for the same thing, maybe on a different platform, in a different lane, just striving for the same, I guess, end goal of being successful and whatever success looks like for them, because everybody's level of success looks different for them. So I think just being in that place and just knowing that you have that leadership, you have that guidance, you have other people around you that wants to see you do good, because that's again that goes back to auditing your PPTs. It's like you sometimes place yourself in places that and around people and doing things that just ain't there. So it's just like you said, changing your mindset to be in the room with people and ready to absorb what you need.
Okay. All right. So now you're around the people. What changes for you though?
Confidence, motivation, removing that spirit of fear, because fear is a spirit, it's a spirit of fear, and learning to push past it.
Okay, so let's just take a different approach here, different approach. And this goes to everybody. Answer this in the chat. But let's just say you ever seen the show like Naked and Afraid? Or you heard of Naked and Afraid? Or you heard of like one of them shows that they put you on an island? You got to figure it out. If we put you on an island and you got to figure it out, will you figure it out?
Yeah.
Okay, so what does it come down to?
Your mindset.
Mindset is key, but your mindset is good.
Okay.
It's going to come down to what you do with your time. It's
Time.
never not going to come down to that. It's always going to come down to that. You can have all the strategies. You can know all the blueprints. You can have the greatest thought. You have the greatest idea. It doesn't matter until you implement it and you use those 4 levels of business. Everybody remember the 4 levels? You need to have implementation, which you have to execute. Without execution, you're not getting anything done.
Right.
You have to have a way to unify. You need a team. By yourself, you're not getting anything done. You have to be able to communicate. Can't complain about, oh, I'm not good at communicating or I suck. No, you have to get good at communicating. A skill that you need, bottom line. And then you have to be a visionary. Okay? Jamon asked in the chat, he said, what's the opposite of having a bad imagination? Optimism. You need to be optimistic for everything that's happening in your life because every obstacle is an opportunity. So we are looking at it, okay, all right, so this is the challenge God gave me, or this is the challenge that I have in front of me. All right, cool. How do I tackle this? Because on the other side of that pain is some pleasure. On the other side of that pain is a reward. On the other side of that pain is some glory for you going through that story. Which is your choice? I want to make it so simple for everyone. It's just a choice. What are you going to do with the time that you have? So this is an opportunity that everyone's getting. You might not have the finances. Maybe this is your season to not to just be seeding. Maybe it's your seeded season where you say, okay, I see what's possible, but you know what? Next time around, I'm not allowing myself to not be able to invest into myself. Or maybe it's your season to show you that you can figure it out. And I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. I had a person, they wanted to get into the mentorship, and she was asking me questions. I was saying, hey, look, you have the money, but where is the money at? Go get the money. So I sent her on these tasks for her to go get the money. She comes back to me and she says, hey, I got the money now. But why couldn't you do that before? Why did it take me to have to tell you to do what you already knew for you to get the money? Because sometimes you're in a certain season with a certain perception, and then it takes a certain person or a certain team or a certain thought to change your perspective. And now you can see more opportunity than you ever saw before, and you go out and execute. This is that opportunity. Some of you are seeing like, wow, there's so many things I could actually do. All right, narrow down what you want. What are you out to accomplish? And now you see that you have so many resources to get what you want. What do you want? Do you want it or do you not want it? And for you, you're saying you want it, or you're still on the fence about being inside the mentorship?
I still want to do it. I'm on it. I've gotten to the place where I'm tired a little bit. Like I say, I own two companies, and I've been doing it for 8 years on both, and they're both okay, but one is lacking in the other, and so I want it. I ain't on the fence of nothing. I'm not. No, it's time.
Absolutely. Take
It's
control.
time.
Take control of your destiny. It's
Right.
you. It's up to you. Even if you get with Joy, Joy is not going to be able to do this. Joy is not a
Right.
genie.
Right.
Write that down. Write that down for me, Sunshine. Joy is not a genie. I'm gonna use that on the next challenge. I like that. Write that down. So, so for you, Tony, you still got to get up, execute, okay? And
Right.
you have to
Absolutely.
find the strengths. So whoever your business besties are, make sure you're business besties with people who are not just cool looking. Yeah, she looked good or he looked good. Cool. What work are you doing? I want to be around those because your environment will change you before you change your environment.
Hmm.
Okay. So absolutely. I'm proud of you, Tony. Let's
Thank
continue
you.
to go. Let's continue to execute. Everyone send some love in the chat for Tony. Great job. Great job. Great job. All right. Last person. Did we have one more person?
Yeah,
You,
Zelda had her hand up, but I don't know where she went, so she tried to duck off on us. Come on up here, Zelda. Hey, beautiful.
Zelda put the hand down.
She
She's
sure
like,
did. You thought we didn't see you, boo. We saw it.
Hi. Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, beautiful.
I want to first say thank you to everyone and good morning to everyone. But I just received my acceptance, my approval. And I want to work alongside Joy because since I've started this week, I have 3 businesses already, but I need to know how to restructure, scale, grow, get on social media, use AI, and build generational wealth. But I have a home health business, a drug testing business, and rental properties. But I have not been on social media. I do not advertise. I don't promote. But I want to be able to actually retire in October. Well, I'm retiring in October from the local university. I'm a professor as well. But I want to be able to use social media to just, okay, retire throughout my retirement years and allow my business to continue to grow. And I don't know how to do that without me actually being in the business and
okay.
actually working.
All right. So, how explicit can I be with you right now?
I'm sorry?
How explicit can I be with you right now?
Oh, I, anything you need to say, I can take it.
Okay. So what I would say to you is be cautious of the language. The language that you're using is a self-sabotage language, and you might not see it right away, but I can hear it. And it's more like you're using I don't know, but the I don't know frequency is more like I'm unsure, uncertainty, and that's self-sabotage language, right?
Okay.
You may not know yet, right? Throw the yet in there Hey, I may not know yet, but what I'm going to do, what I'm looking to do, what I'm planning to do right now is make sure that when I'm in the retirement zone, I can use social media as effectively as I need to. However, it needs to happen right now. You need to be using social media right now so that way you're working towards that goal. So by the time you do get retired, you're not starting over, you're just accelerating on what you already have. Make sense?
Yes.
So, that's pretty much it. That wasn't, don't feel so intense. You over there thinking I'm getting ready to say something. I'm just calling what it is, but it's nothing too intense. Just be cautious of the language. All right.
Okay.
All right. Everyone send some
Thank you.
love to Zelda in the chat. Was that it? Do you have anything else you want to add, or that was good?
No, I'm just here to learn.
Okay. Love it. Love your energy, by the way. Keep it going. Let's go.
Thank you.
Send some love in the chat if you haven't. Dion, you want to come up? You want to let this one be the last one, Sunshine? We're gonna go live after this, so if you want to come with us on the live, you can come with us on the live, but we're gonna have to shut down the Zoom.
Yeah, we needed Dion up here. She had her hand up yesterday too, and we didn't get to talk to her. So come on, Dion, unmute, love.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Hey, beautiful.
How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good, good. I didn't get accepted yet. I did do the application, but I just wanted to share that I woke up this morning feeling victorious. I went through a lot and taking the class and coming to the morning mindsets is really making a big difference. I did do the challenge the other day with the time. I actually did like a time log actually. I had printed, I don't know if you can even see it on here.
Put it in
Probably
front of you,
not.
like put it in front of your body.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. I did a time log where every, is it 30 minutes? I would track. Oh, this is not the one I did, this is a blank one. But where I would track what I'm doing all throughout the day. Because not only with the finances, trying to budget that, it's like, where's my time going? And then I did the challenge where I had to call someone and do what you said. Oh my gosh, I had to get a lot of guts to do that. But when I did, it really opened the door because I had a situation in the past where I used to be in the medical field and this one person did like some slander and all kind of stuff. And I was unable to work in that field. And I held that resentment. And by making that phone call, the person was telling me, you helped me with my business and it's in you. And, sometimes God closes certain doors. I had to realize in order for us to step in another door. And if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't even have thought to even start a business. And so I stand on Romans 8:28 that all things work together for the good. And then in the midst of going through, I stand on First Colossians 5:18 that in all things thank God, because when you're going through something, you don't understand it until later and you look back, it's like, okay. And so it just gave me clarity also to just see, okay, that had to happen in order for me to be where I'm at now. And so just like listening to you, Sean and Miss Joy, it's like even the structure class last night. Oh my gosh, I needed that. So I need the mindset, everything that y'all doing is great. It's really helping me.
Hmm.
But this helped me
Absolutely.
too. Yeah.
Absolutely. Sunshine, you want to add anything?
I'm over here adding stuff in the chat. Here you go. No, Dion, listen, we saw you yesterday with your hand up, and I kind of felt bad that we didn't get to you. But I so love the fact that you are showing up in spite of, right? And I
Yeah.
wasn't on that call last night, but I want
Oh,
everybody to think about this, right? It's all about the alignment. And a
yeah.
lot of the times right now, you're getting what you've been asking for, what you've been praying for. And so now that you have it, again, let's be grateful for it and not take none of it for granted. Listen,
Absolutely.
been aligned into this room, jump on board, allow them, Miss Joy, allow Mindset Mogul to mentor you to your finish line. Because we be attempting to do it by ourselves all the time. Tony
Yeah.
back there was talking about it. I was listening to her and I was like, she already has it. You have it. Zelda has it. You just need to be navigated through the
That's it.
process, right?
Yep.
And that's what mentorship is all about. So you're in the right room at the right time with the right people.
Absolutely. Thank y'all so much.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Hey, Dion, get on the live if you can, and I'll bring you up and I'll ask you some more questions to follow up. So I
Ah,
really want to hear those stories. Remember, if you get on the live, you don't have to share your face, just your voice. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Remember,
Okay.
this is the rule. If you don't want to let people in your business, how do you get paid?
Ah, yes, sir.
Just
Absolutely.
that's what we have to overcome. Great job though. Everyone send some love in the chat. Team, if you could put the handle in the chat. If you could put the Instagram handle in the chat. If you could put the Instagram handle in the chat so that way they can see where we're going live. Go ahead and do that. Everyone send some love in the chat for Dion. As we get ready to close, I just want to say you all are the best of the best. Top of the top, cream of the crop. But before we do that, closing out, Sunshine, you have any final thoughts you want to add?
Sure, really quick. The fact that you were going over systems today is so important, and I take this information very seriously because too many of us are hustling backwards because we're looking to do everything ourselves. And I want you to think about like without systems, everything depends on you, your time, your energy, your effort, your everything. It's just like we have to understand that like when you get tired, everything stops, everything slows down. If everything is dependent on you being present to do it, how far can your business go? But when you put the systems in place, when you put your VSL, your funnel, or your automation, you create something that actually works even when you don't. So your automations and everything while you're sleeping, it is still running for you. Your message is still getting out to the people. Your value is still selling out there. Your business is still moving without you being there, without you chasing it. And this is how we basically stop trading our time for money and start building something that can truly grow and multiply. So I want everybody to think about making sure that we put these systems in place. It's a game changer.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sunshine, for that. If
Absolutely.
you haven't filled out the poll, go ahead and fill out the poll. The reason why I release these polls is it's always good after you do any activity to do a little reflection. So whether that is you going out to the movies, whether it's you doing Pilates, after whatever activity you do, sit down for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, and just reflect on what you did. Life is so short that we don't really enjoy the moments we get while we have them. It's usually look back in retrospect, but let's be a little more present because there's something about being in the present. The present moment is where you get gifted with things. So as much as you're in the present, the more blessings start to come to you. And this might be esoteric to a lot of you when I say this, but there's an agenda to stop you from being great. Okay, there's psychological warfare going on right now, whether you know it or not. But there's people out here that's plotting for your demise. They want you distracted and they want you disconnected. I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm telling you this because you might not understand why you don't want to get up. You might not understand why you're procrastinated because there's an attack on you and your greatness. Now, that's up to you to dig a little bit deeper into it. I'm just here to bring you the awareness to be awakened that you are the star of your story. You are the greatest version of your ancestors. Your ancestors chose you. God created you giftedly. So go out there and shine your light and don't apologize for being you. Stand in your power. Don't give it up. Silence is how you give it up. Action is how you show it. Okay. This is why actions speak louder than words. So as we close with the poll, the question says, which environment do you feel most productive in? 67% says a cozy, quiet space. 21% says somewhere where you can live, or somewhere with lively energy. And then 13% said outdoors in nature. 0% said I haven't found my space yet, which is good. So, I guess we found some spaces. Hopefully this is your space. If this is your space, I want you to put the bank emojis in the chat. So how much more could you accomplish if you were consistently surrounded by driven, supportive people? 58% says I've moved way faster. 23% says I finally stopped second guessing myself. 10% says I feel more confident about showing up. And then the remaining says I never really had that before, but I want that. Okay. Question 3. What would your dream growth environment include? 83% said all of the above to this. They said mentorship from someone who's done it, a group that pushes and supports you, a system, structure, and strategy. If you've been receiving that so far, go ahead and put the bank emojis in the chat if you've been receiving that so far. Fourth question, and this is the second to last. Which statement hits closest to home right now? 38% said, I'm ready for the next level alignment. 35 said, I need clarity, accountability to stay on track. 19% said, I know I can't do it alone anymore. And then 8% said, I'm tired of starting over every month. That's the game they got us in. That's why when you pay your rent or you pay your mortgage, they keep doing it and resetting the clock every month. So that way they have you in this stress state over and over and over. But imagine having enough funds, having a community, having a like-minded group of people around you. I'm not just talking about what you're doing within the mentorship. I'm saying when you graduate out of the mentorship and all of your friends that you have created, they're now wealthy or they now have some sort of level of comfort where you're not worried about money. Okay, it's just coming in. How would that make you feel? So last question, it says, when you think about reaching your next level, what's the real cost of trying to figure it out alone? 39% said missed opportunities and burnout. How many of us done felt that already? Let's be real here. Put a 1 in the chat, that's you. 31% says, I already know I need guidance to move faster. 11% said, I spent money on trial and error. Stop wasting your money on trial and error and get with people that can help you grow and succeed. 19% said lost time and wasted energy. If today has impacted you in any way, I would love for you to go inside the Telegram and leave your takeaway on camera. Okay, leave your takeaway on camera. I will end the poll now, and I will say this final words to you. You are the best of the best, top of the top, cream of the crop. You may not be where you want to be, but you're right where you need to be because you're not where you used to be. That to me means everything. Okay, I'm no longer where I used to be. I am progressing. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to make progress. I just have to be a person. As we close out, I want everyone to come off of mute. Come off of mute. And I want you to snap it up and clap it up for you. Let's send the request, team.
It was sent. Let's
You're
go, everybody.
doing it.
Amazing.
Hey.
All right. All right. All right. Everybody have a good day.
All right, let's
Have a
Bye.
blessed day,
Thank you.
everyone.
Well,
Go.
thanks for
Have
joining
a
us.
fabulous
Thanks,
day.
you got
Ron.
Did
this.
an
Good night,
Have a
Fabulous.
good
everybody.
one more
one.
time. Amazing.
Let's go.
Don't
Stepping in the
stop.
lab, it's a brainwave shift. Turn pain into
Good
gain, every
day.
loss uplift. City on my
Hey,
back, but my
guys.
posture rich. Used to dream in the dark, now the switch stay lit. Never runs fire when I say my name. Rewire the wise, I don't play that same old code in my
Remember,
head.
we
Had
are
to break
going
that
live right
chain, now
now.
the
We are
pathway
going
paved with
live.
the wins I claim. Yeah, power, money, respect, I evolve with it. New pathways in my head, watch me solve with it. Change, transform, I was built to collect more life, more growth, that's the real asset. Yeah, power, money, respect, put it all on deck. New pathways when I move, every thought direct. Change, transform, I was born to connect. More life, more growth, that's the real asset. Pocket full of plans, I don't chase loose change. Every dollar just data, I expand my range. Stack base, stack skills, then the paper grows. I invest in the mind, that's how favor flows. Had to silence every doubt, that's a loud old voice. Now I edit my beliefs like a ground up choice. Turn fear into fuel, turn stress into steps. Every setback, sketching out the stairs I rep. Yeah, I pivot when the path look blocked off. If the road ain't there, then I blast off. From the gutter in my thoughts to a glass loft. Had the bed on my brain, that's a jackpot. Yeah, yeah. Power, money, respect, I evolve with it. New pathways in my head, watch me solve with it. Change, transform, I was built to collect. More life, more growth, that's the real asset, yeah. Power, money, respect, put it all on deck. New pathways when I move, every thought direct. Change, transform, I was born to connect. More life, more growth, that's the real asset. Oh, more growth, that's the real asset. Yeah, more growth, that's the real asset. New brain, new brain. Used to count out in my bedroom. Now I count wins in the boardroom. Rewired, I don't think how I used to. Turn a hard day into high proof. Mindset doing heavy lifting, that's a gym too. Every little habit like a sine wave I've been through. Read a couple studies, now I study how I spend too. Power in my focus, money just a friend too. Power, money, respect, I changed my mind first. New runs, doing reps, now the whole life works. New lane, new thoughts, watch the road convert. I had to flip my head before I flip network. Power, money, respect, I changed my mind first. I don't chase checks, I chase patterns. Stacking up skills, then the band scatter. Tiny little choices build a big ladder. Climbed out the past, now the sky's flatter. Every new belief like a new route. Brain building streets when I choose now. Rich in discipline, that's the real clout. If I lose it all, I just reboot, reroute. Recode, reload. Let the whole